justification for cross-border terrorism. They will not be able to incite separatist activities. They will not be able to support terrorism. They will not be able to mislead people. We also mentioned that all developments pertaining to Article 370, they are entirely the internal affairs of India. It relates to the Constitution of India, which is a sovereign matter. And therefore, we want Pakistan to understand the decisions which they have announced in the light of the points which I have mentioned. Now, specifically on the reactions, reactions have come from few countries, and it will be difficult for me to kind of go individually into each and every reaction. I think it is clear that the attempt by Pakistan to present an alarming picture of the situation of the bilateral relationship and also linking unrelated issues into the sovereign matter of India has not succeeded anywhere. We have briefed a number of foreign governments and international organizations. We have explained our position in this matter. And we have told them that, look, Constitution is a sovereign jurisdiction. We have told them that whatever we have done is something which completely relates to the internal affairs of India. Prime Minister has very clearly articulated the vision of Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh in his address yesterday. We strongly feel that now there will be opportunities available for development, which was earlier denied by a temporary provision in the Constitution, and I think it is very important to highlight that it was only a temporary provision. As I mentioned, that it will strengthen democratic forces on the ground, and it will encourage tourism activity and many other steps, many other positives which will come out from the measures which has been taken. We feel that the steps have been taken, keeping in mind the bright future of the people of Jammu and Kashmir in mind. On the UNSC, you asked that Pakistan has taken this matter to the UNSC. You see, our strategy is not something which we will spell it here. Our views are very clear, and as I mentioned that we have articulated those views to all the international organizations as well, that whatever steps we have taken in relation to Article 370 is our matter, is an internal matter. Matters related to the Constitution of India is under our sovereign jurisdiction. And this is something which I'm sure has been properly explained to these organizations. But beyond that, as and when Pakistan decides to internationalize it, we will see what steps are to be taken. I don't think this is the appropriate forum for me to get into our strategy on what is to be done. On airspace, my understanding is that there was a clarification yesterday that the airspace has not been closed. There has been some rerouting which has been done, but airspace, it remains open. On Samjhauta Express, which has been stopped, again it is important to understand that this is a unilateral decision. We never asked for the stoppage, and again we regret the decision by Pakistan government to stop this link between the two countries. It is unfortunate, and again this is intended to feed the same narrative that the relations between India and Pakistan has reached an alarming state. So this is something which I had to say. on the communications part, I think it was asked by you. You see, we are all aware that certain precautionary measures have been taken by the concerned authorities to maintain law and order. Prime Minister in his address yesterday mentioned that the situation will gradually return to normal, and inconvenience expressed by people in Jammu and Kashmir is very temporary in nature. We already see a sense of calm and normalcy. All newspapers are being published without any disruption. There has been no incident of violence. Food supply have not been affected. Hospitals are operating normally. And as and when we get some update, I think I shall keep all of you posted. At what level it was taken up with the US, I think somebody asked. You see, since the steps were announced, we have reached out to all the countries. And as I said, that we have explained our position. You are aware that the senior officials of the Government of India here in Delhi, they reached out to the ambassadors and envoys and explained our position. The same was done by our envoys, our ambassadors and high commissioners in different capitals of the world. And there have been certain, contacts being made at the level of External Affairs Minister as well. It may not be appropriate to kind of get into specifics as to which all calls were made by whom, but I think it is important to understand that we did reach out to all the countries and all the multilateral organizations in this regard. On the statement by Taliban, I think the reaction is the same. I would not like to react to individual statements, but it is clear it is clear that what they tried to kind of project, that there is a linkage between what has happened here and something which is completely unrelated. I think this is not something which has worked. I think that is very evident. It is time for Pakistan, frankly, to accept the reality and stop interfering in internal affairs of other countries. On the review of bilateral arrangements, Reza, you see, it is difficult. As I mentioned, that since the steps being announced are unilateral, we don't know. We don't know. We do hope that Pakistan reconsiders the decision. We do hope that they kind of address the core issues, the main issues. But I am unable to kind of speculate or confirm what all would be covered as part of review of bilateral arrangements. We can only urge them to reconsider those steps which they have announced. I think I have answered all the questions.
The comparison with East Pakistan tragedy.
I have not seen this specific statement. I'll have to just go through it and then I'll come back to you. Ji, Sanjeev. नहीं, वो तो जैसा मैंने कहा कि मेरे लिए सबका एक अलग से जवाब देना मुश्किल होगा, बट जो हमारा मुद्दा है हमने सबको बता दिया है. हमने बता दिया है कि हमारा पोजीशन क्या है, कि ये जो आर्टिकल 370 को लेकर हुआ वो हमारा आंतरिक मामला है और जो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में चेंजेस है वो हमारा सॉवरेन राइट है.
रवीश जी, मेरा सवाल स्पेसिफिक तौर पर कुलभूषण जाधव मामले को लेकर है. क्या इस मामले में जो कम्युनिकेशन था हमारा वो टूट गया है, और क्या इसका दुष्प्रभाव इस पूरे प्रोसेस पर पड़ेगा जो कॉन्सुलर एक्सेस का मामला था?
देखिए, आपको पता है कि पाकिस्तान से हमने कहा था, जो मैंने पिछली बार बताया भी था, कि पाकिस्तान बिना किसी रोक टोक के, जो हमने कहा था अनइम्पीडेड कॉन्सुलर एक्सेस श्री जाधव को दे, जो आईसीजे इंटरनेशनल कोर्ट ऑफ जस्टिस के कंप्लायंस में होगा. हम उनसे लगातार बातचीत कर रहे हैं, हमारे डिप्लोमेटिक चैनल्स ओपन हैं. तो ये मैं जो आपका कहना है कि बंद हो गया है, ये मैं नहीं मानूंगा। और अगर इस पे कोई डेवलपमेंट होती है इस पर आगे, तो हम आपको बताते रहेंगे। लेकिन मैं इतना कहना चाहूँगा कि इस मामले पे, जैसा मैंने पहले भी कहा था, कि मैं इस फोरम के जरिए नहीं जाऊँगा। जो भी इस मामले में हमारी बातचीत होगी, जो हमारे इस मामले में डिस्कशन होगा, वो डिप्लोमेटिक चैनल्स के थ्रू ही होगा और इस प्लेटफॉर्म के थ्रू नहीं होगा। जी, ब्रह्म प्रकाश।
रवीश जी, पाक ऑक्युपाइड कश्मीर से कुछ तस्वीरें सामने आई हैं जहां पर पाकिस्तान सरकार के खिलाफ विरोध प्रदर्शन कर रहे हैं कश्मीरी लोग। तो पाकिस्तान अगर कश्मीर के धारा 370 के मसले को यूएन पर उठाता है, तो क्या भारत पाक ऑक्युपाइड कश्मीर के उन कश्मीरियों का मुद्दा उठाएगा? क्योंकि गृहमंत्री संसद में कह चुके हैं कि पाक ऑक्युपाइड कश्मीर अभिन्न अंग है भारत का और उनके लोगों की बात भी भारत उठाएगा। तो क्या यूएन के मंच पर भी उन लोगों की भारत उठाएगा?
देखिए, ये स्पेकुलेटिव हो गया कि हम क्या करेंगे यूएन में। मैंने पहले भी कहा है कि वो स्ट्रेटजी मैं डिस्कस नहीं करूंगा। लेकिन जो दूसरा आपका खंड है कि पाकिस्तान ऑक्युपाइड कश्मीर वो भारत का अंग है, वो तो हमने कहा भी है, हमारे होम मिनिस्टर ने भी पार्लियामेंट में कहा है, तो उसको मैं क्वालिफाई नहीं करना चाहूंगा उस कमेंट को। लेकिन स्ट्रेटजी क्या होगी, किस ढंग से होगी? जी,
जिन लोगों को वहां टॉर्चर किया जा रहा है पाक ऑक्युपाइड कश्मीर में, उन्होंने विरोध प्रदर्शन किया है पाक ऑक्युपाइड,
मैं समझ गया आपका कहना है
सरकार के खिलाफ, तो उनका मामला क्या उठाएंगे?
मैं वही बता रहा हूं ना कि आपने कहा कि उसके रिएक्शन में क्या हम ये उठाएंगे। यही मैं बोल रहा हूं कि जो स्ट्रेटजी होगा वो ऐसे पब्लिकली शेयर नहीं करते हैं। लेकिन इतना आप जान के रखिए कि जो हमारी स्ट्रेटजी होगी बहुत ही मजबूत होगी। और मुझे नहीं लगता कि पाकिस्तान के पास ऐसा कोई ग्राउंड है जिसके तहत वो जो हमारा आंतरिक मामला है, जो हमारा सॉवरेन राइट है, उस मामले को वहां पर वो उठा सके। तो जैसे होगा, और ये स्पेकुलेटिव है, देखते हैं किस ढंग से आता है और क्या करते हैं वो। या श्रीधर एंड देन मानस।
So could you tell us something specifically about the engagement that we have had with the Islamic countries? Because we have seen that in the 1990s, there used to be severe condemnations of India's stand on Kashmir by the Islamic world. But somehow it has not happened this time. The reaction has been very muted. So is it, what has changed? Is it because that we have quietly engaging with the OIC member countries? Could you tell us something about this?
You see, Sridhar, I think it is visible to all of us that in the last 5 years or in recent years, I think there have been greater engagement, a very enhanced engagement with the Islamic world. Prime Minister had himself, he has led this engagement. He has visited several countries in the region. We have also had several high-level incoming visits. The relationship has blossomed. It has become multidimensional. It has moved away from the diaspora-centric relationship to trade and investment, to energy security, to defense, etc. So that is one aspect. The second aspect is the greater understanding by these countries about our position. You see, I think, and not only the Islamic world, not only this bloc, but generally, I think there has been a greater appreciation of the position. There has also been a greater understanding that the rhetoric of Pakistan is something which has been seen through. They stand exposed on many counts. And third, when we have said that these are internal matters related to India, these are sovereign rights, especially the constitution part, I think that is something which they have understood. So I think it is a combination of factors. But yes, I think we do have a very, very good, close partnership with all the Islamic countries at this point of time. Manas. Maybe I'll take another round of, are we done with questions related to Article 370, and can we move on?
So Pakistan has been making a lot of wild allegations the last few days, and latest is that in fact Imran Khan has accused India of whipping up warlike situation in J&K basically, and he says that India may stage a false flag operation to further deteriorate the situation. So how do you respond to these serious allegations that India is trying to create a warlike situation?
Sachin.
Is there anything you would like to say on the reorganization of J&K, given China's reaction to what happened the Home Minister has said in Parliament that when he mentions J&K, he actually means not just POK but also Aksai chain. So is that our official position? Thanks.
Ritul Qureshi? Oh, okay. अखिलेश जी को दीजिए.
Sir, my question is also related to Sachin's question because India and China are having a structured dialogue on border issues, and in between, Home Minister told about Aksai Chin. So, are you going to raise Aksai Chin issue in a different way, in a new way, or will be the continuation of the old talks that are going on?
Good.
And other than that,
एक ही सवाल पूछे ना.
नहीं सर थोड़ा सा जुड़ा हुआ है because Pakistan has written letter to Security Council. So do you think that it is a matter related to Security Council consideration?
नहीं वो तो अखिलेश जी उसका जवाब मैंने दे दिया है. जी इधर इधर इधर.
सर जब आप कहते हैं कि दोनों कंट्री की
मैंने नहीं कहा पहुंच चुकी है. मैंने ये कहा कि पाकिस्तान ये कह रहा है, पाकिस्तान ये प्रोजेक्ट करना चाह रहा है कि हम दोनों का रिश्ता एक अलार्मिंग स्टेट में पहुंच चुका है. हमने कहा है हम ये नहीं मानते हैं. ये आपने गलत समझा. जी पाकिस्तान से रिलेटेड है. रंजीत जी.
Any update on Indian High Commissioner to Pakistan?
ओके जी उधर अभिषेक को दीजिए.
We have seen of late, like last 48 hours, a lot of information warfare going on from the Pakistani side, specifically on social media websites, including by their ministers. So A, are you going to take it up with them? B, are you going to take it up with these social media platforms? Because it's directly affecting Kashmir situation because some of those videos and information is incendiary.
थैंक यू. इधर दीजिए.
सर आपने कहा कि पाकिस्तान एक अलार्मिंग पिक्चर पोर्ट्रे करना चाह रहा है और इसी में हमने देखा कि वहाँ पर काफ़ी ज़्यादा वाइल्ड कमेंट्स और जो सोशल मीडिया काफ़ी ज़्यादा एक्टिव है. तो ऐसे में क्या हम वहाँ जो हमारे जो हाई कमीशन के स्टाफ हैं उनकी सिक्योरिटी का इशू हमने पाकिस्तान की सरकार के साथ उठाया है या इसको लेके कोई बात हुई है?
Okay, I think maybe I'll just take these questions and move on, hopefully to another topic. On Pakistan, J&K. Now I'll come back again. I think if
there is big concern in Nepal regarding the Nepalese who are working there in Jammu and Kashmir. You have any information regarding their? What's the situation of the Nepalese who have been working as a seasonal worker there because all the situation is almost a lockdown.
Nepalese workers working
as a seasonal worker there
in J&K.
Yeah, and is the Indian government has conveyed any message to the Nepal government regarding on these issues?
Thank you. Maybe I'll just take the last one before moving on to the next.
China's reaction and how India is going to react to that. And secondly, the Prime Minister yesterday said that there would be a relaxation of movement restrictions on Kashmir. So considering that, especially for Eid, so what kind of movement restrictions what kind of relaxation are we going to see? Are we seeing curfew lifted there?
You see, on the questions related to China, Sachin and Akhilesh, I think we have already issued our statement, and there is nothing further to add. I would just like to say that China is a very important partner, and there are many channels available to us to discuss all bilateral issues. You are aware that External Affairs Minister is visiting China for the second meeting of India-China high-level mechanism on cultural and people-to-people exchanges. It is expected that bilateral issues will come up for discussion. We will discuss the forthcoming informal summit of the Chinese president. We will also discuss steps on how to celebrate the 70th anniversary of the establishment of diplomatic relations. So there's nothing new which I have to add on that. On Ritul, you mentioned about Shah Mahmood Qureshi's visit to China. You see, I think it's a bilateral visit. Each country Yeah, but you see, China, we have seen, and all of us, we have seen the statement made by China in this matter. So that stands, and it has not changed. On Indian High Commissioner's return, I can only confirm to you that he is not yet in Delhi. And, you know, as an... No, I can only tell you that he is not in Delhi. He is not in Delhi. And, no, and... No, I think we will see. I think and timing of return is yet to be decided. As you are aware that we have requested for a review of the decision. So I think there are some speculations in the media that he is already back. So I thought it is important for me to mention that he is not in Delhi. And his timing of when he is going to return is going to be determined. On the information warfare, you know, perhaps a generation of people in that country, they have been fed up on a certain narrative, and that narrative is supported sometimes by the official propaganda machine. My sense is that on many counts, I think people see through those designs. You know, they do see through, and that this is a machine, a propaganda which is under progress. Frankly, I would trust the statement, the speech, and the points highlighted by my Prime Minister publicly, which is very positive, which has a vision, which is full of hope, than the propaganda which tries to paint a doomsday picture about the situation in what is going to happen, speculative, as if predicting that what will happen in the future. I would definitely go by something which is more hopeful and more positive, and which is based on facts, than something which is kind of based on unsubstantiated facts and figures here and there. Yeah, I mean, we will see. I think we will see if there are handles which are pushing out a narrative which is incendiary, which is promoting violence. Then I think that is something which definitely we will take into account. And no, I mean that again brings me to the original point, that from their side they would like to project a panic situation. They would like to project a warlike situation, and that is why we don't feel that it is that is the case. And I think neither the international community feels that there is a warlike situation which exists. So it is a kind of a definite ploy to kind of deflect the attention in a different manner. I think it is time for Pakistan now to just see the new reality and stop interfering in what happens in a neighboring country. Yes, I think we have taken it up. We have taken up the matter with Pakistan. We did tell them that the adequate security should be provided to us, and that is what I know. नहीं तो जवाब मेरा वही होगा कि हम तो रिग्रेट ही करेंगे, ये सब यूनिलैटरल डिसीजन है उनका, हम उनसे गुजारिश ही करेंगे कि ये सारे स्टेप्स आप ना लें. अब उसके अलावा अगर उनको करना है तो कोई रोक नहीं सकता उनको. We have, sorry, I mean, I'll have to cut it short here. No, you know, I mean, look, the safety of the people who are in Jammu and Kashmir, I think that is the responsibility of the state government, and they are being looked after well. As I mentioned, that calm and normalcy has returned. There is no shortage of food. So, but I have not got any feedback specifically for the citizens of Nepal. That I'll perhaps find out and see if I can get back to you. Thank you very much. You know, Foreign Secretary's, pardon? Yeah, I mean, look, I can't really predict. You know, I mean, I can't really predict. I am going by what my Prime Minister has said. He has said that conditions will be relaxed. The people of Jammu and Kashmir will be able to celebrate Eid. So I am taking inference from there, and I am sharing whatever I have to. But you see, it all depends on how the law and order situation evolves. We remain very hopeful, very positive, and let's see where we go from here. Thank you very much. I'll be back with the Foreign Secretary. He will brief you on Prime Minister's visit to Bhutan in a short while from now. Thank you very much.
तो आप ये तस्वीरें देख रहे थे दिल्ली से, जहां पर विदेश मंत्रालय के प्रवक्ता रवीश कुमार प्रेस को संबोधित कर रहे थे। एक बार फिर से भारत ने स्पष्ट कर दिया है कि भारत के आंतरिक मामलों में पाकिस्तान दखल ना दे। ये भारत के आंतरिक मामले हैं, जम्मू कश्मीर से जुड़े हुए जो फैसले लिए गए हैं उसमें पाकिस्तान दखल ना दे, और जो कुछ भी एक तरफा फैसले पाकिस्तान ले रहा है उसकी वो समीक्षा करे, क्योंकि पाकिस्तान इस प्रकार की कोशिश कर रहा है, एक ऐसी तस्वीर पेश करने की कोशिश कर रहा है जिससे दुनिया को ये मैसेज जाए कि भारत और पाकिस्तान के जो द्विपक्षीय संबंध है उसमें कई एक प्रकार के एक अलार्मिंग सिचुएशन आ गई है, जबकि भारत इस बात से साफ तौर पर इनकार कर रहा है। ऐसी कोई स्थिति नहीं है। भारत ने अपने अधिकार क्षेत्र में अपने संविधान के तहत ही कुछ फैसले लिए हैं जिसका पाकिस्तान से कुछ भी लेना देना नहीं, और पाकिस्तान बेवजह जाया ही अपने तरीके से एक तरफा कई फैसले ले रहा है, चाहे वो जो राजनयिक स्तर पे उसको कमतर करने की बात हो, व्यापार को कम करने की बात हो, या अन्य प्रकार के जो फैसले हों। भारत ने साफ तौर पर विस्तार से रवीश कुमार ने इस बात को स्पष्ट कर दिया है कि पाकिस्तान एक कोशिश कर रहा है दुनिया को गलत तस्वीर पेश करने के लिए, जो कि उसकी एक सोची समझी रणनीति का हिस्सा है। लेकिन भारत इस बात को समझता है और ये बात भारत स्पष्टता के साथ कह रहा है, ऐसी कोई भी स्थिति नहीं है जो एक अलार्मिंग सिचुएशन जैसी स्थिति को कहे कि भारत और पाकिस्तान के बीच में ऐसी कोई स्थिति है, जबकि वो स्थिति से यानी कि जमीन की सच्चाई से काफी अलग है। और भारत ने अपने भूभाग में अपने अधिकार